Okay guys, so welcome to another quick video. So finally I've managed to get my Maker Studio finished, so I've had time to finish off the bill of materials today. So just start off with the usual disclaimer. I've done it to the best of my ability. I'm pretty sure it's 99% right, if not 100% right. So let's, we can always change it as time goes on, but at worst it may be a screw missing or a little bit like this missing. So when you order stuff as well, make sure you order a few more than you need and you'll be fine. So there's the aluminium cutting list, which you've already had. Then we've got a list of the printed parts. Now the outlined in yellow parts are available from Thingiverse that people have already printed for their other printers. I can add links to these in time to come, but I've got links. All I'm seeing is links right now, so I had to finish it and get it up there. Okay, so now some of you might not like this, some of you won't mind, but I've added affiliate links. Now this doesn't affect you in any way. All it does is just send a couple of pence to me every time you buy something. Feel free to use them. Also feel free not to use them, but if you do use them, it does help me out an incredible amount to keep all this stuff coming, because at the end of the day I'm giving up a lot of my own time to do this, so yeah, I appreciate it in advance. So just to go through it, we've got the bed sledge out of steel. You're probably going to have to source this locally. I've got some people coming up that are going to offer it in the group. They're in the midst of sending me a sample, so then just double check it's all okay, and then we can get them offered out. Some of these things you'll see, like 22 pulley, they come with other parts that you ordered, so I've just sort of explained that. You've got bearings, pretty simple. Lead screws. Lead screws want to be 550mm in length. Now they come with the T-nuts automatically. Your motor couplers, your wheels, probably one of the most expensive bit, the wheels. Now the wheels do come with the bearings. The bed springs, for some reason I couldn't find bed springs of any sorts, but well, I could, but they're very expensive, so we might, as we said here, need to find a cheaper alternative. And timing belt. So pretty simple, nothing out there. Then we've got all manner of speaking of nuts and bolts. There's eccentric nuts in there for the wheel systems and spacers. Now this is worth talking about. So 6mm spacers on the current machines out there that this is based on have a 10mm, get it right, they have an 8mm outer diameter. Now the only ones I've been able to find are the 10mm outer diameter. Now I believe they'll still work fine depending on the bearings that you use, but I believe the bearings that come with the V wheels will take 10mm outer diameter spacers, but if for some reason they don't, we can always print them, or we can always come up with another supplier or figure that out, but I'm pretty sure it's okay. These lists here on the side, like why idle heat bed, blah blah blah, it's just broke down the amounts so I know where they've come from, so if we adjust anything we can adjust that and alter the figures, but you don't really need to pay attention to this list here on the right hand side. So we've got electronic parts, we've got the LCD, which usually comes as a kit, which is why I've put that. I've opted for the MKS base, really simple, has the drivers are on board, and I've used them for a lot of printers, homemade printers now, and they work really well. Power supply, pretty self-explanatory, needs to be 30 amps, especially if you're going to be running the heat bed from it. Switches, you can buy a full hot end these days for next to nothing. I think it's like £4 or £5. Titan. Now I've linked to a specific Titan. It's a clone, but it's made by Triangle Labs, and I've seen several now, and it's the only one that's any good that's a clone. It's a little bit more expensive, like £17–18, but that's still cheap. Okay. Wiring, you're going to have to find that locally. The stepper drivers are on board. Crimps for the power supply if you want to use them on board. Then we've got the motors, end stop, fans. Now the only heated bed I could find is the CR10 one. Now that's 40 quid. Quite expensive, but there may be other ways around this which we'll deal with in time to come. And that's about it. So there you have it. Enjoy, get making, guys, and see you in the next video.